Welcome to Code Effectively. The topic is to find whether the given number is a prime number or not. This is an important program because it could be asked in your ICSE and ISC board exam from 9 to 12. See, directly the board won't be asking you whether the given number is a prime number or not. It will ask in the form of two programs. That could be a call by function or call by value program, or it could be asked in switch case, it could be asked in your for loop. So it won't be asked directly, but it would be asked in many other ways. So it is an important program. So let's start now with the basics. See, what is basically a prime number? Let me first tell you what is a prime number. See, we all know those number that are divisible by the number only one and the number itself. Let me change the ink for the better visibility. Yes. So we know a prime number is that number which is divisible by only two numbers, that is 1 and the number itself. And let's say the number was n, so it is divisible by, it has only two factors, that is number itself and the second is number 1. This is known as the prime number. Let's take one more example in an official way. 7 is a prime number because if you go for the factors, there are only two factors of 7, that is 1 and 7 itself. Okay, let's take one more. 3 has two factors, that is 3 and 1 and 3 itself. 5, it has 1 and 3 and 5 itself. So all those numbers that have only two factors, that is 1 and the number itself, 1 and the number itself, it is known as the prime number. So let's see what will be the source of code for the prime number and how to find out. So let's start with the basic programming. I have compiled the program in BlueJID for better understanding of yours. So let's start. See, I have taken first int prime n. Okay, in this we have taken a parameterized input so that you can understand, and I can just reduce my number of lines. You can go for the scanner, you can go for the buffer. It all depends upon you. So now let's start. Okay, int n, and after that let's say we are going to check for 5. Okay, 5, I have put n is equals to 5. Now what I will do, it will take int c equals to 0. So now we have initialized our counter c equals to 0. Now what to do after c equals to 0, we will start for int I is equals to 1, I less than equals to n. Now let's start with a loop. Now I will start from 1 and till less than equals to n. This means I will go from 1 to 5. Okay. So now let's start. Once it will come inside the for loop, it will check if n modulus I equals 0. What is the value of I? 1. And n modulus I means n is 5. 1 divided by 5 equals to 0. 1 5s are 5 and the remainder comes out to be 0. Yes, the condition is true. When the condition is true, it will go for this. That is plus plus c, incrementation. So it will increase the value of c by 1. So it will be 1. Okay, again now the loop will go up and it will check the condition. And it will increase. It is I plus plus. So now the value of I gets increased to 2. After this, it will check. I is less than equals to n. What is the value of I? 2. 2 is less than equals to 5. Condition is true. So it will come inside the for loop. It will check again. If n modulus I equals 0, what is the value of n? 5. Value of I is 2. 2 divided by 5 is equals 0. Let's see, 2 2s are 4 and it gives you a remainder 1. 1 is not equal to 0. The condition is false. So this part will not execute. We will come back again to the for loop, do the incrementation, that now I will be 3. After I will be 3, it will again check. I is less than equals to n. Let's see, 3 is less than equals to n. Condition true. We will come inside the for loop. It will again check. N modulus I equals 0. What is the value of 3 now? I is 3. So now we will divide 3 by 5 and 3 ones are 3 and it gives you 2 remainder. The remainder comes out to be 2. So the condition is again false because 2 is not equal to 0 and incrementation won't be done. Again we will increase the value of I. The y value will be 4. It will again divide I with 4. That is, I with 5. Okay, now again I will be divided by 5. Okay, so here again it will be 4 and 4 ones are 4. This gives you, and the remainder comes out to be 1. When the remainder comes out to be 1, it means that still 1 is not equal to 0. So we don't have the incrementation operation done. Again the for loop will run. Again I value will be increased. It will be 5. Now let's divide. It will first check 5 is less than equals to 5. What is the value? 5. Let me write 5 is less than equals to 5. 5 is not less than 5, but it is equal to 5. So condition is true. Again the for loop will run. As soon as the for loop will run, it will check n modulus I equals 0. What is the value of n? 5. What is the value of I? 5. 5 modulus 5 equals 0. Let me check. This is 5. This is 5. 5 ones are 5 and the modulus comes out to be 0. Yes, it's 0. So what will be the value of c? Now it will increase the value. C was initially 1. Value comes out to be now 2 after increasing by 1. And again the for loop will go I plus plus. Now the value of I comes out to be 6. Sorry, yeah, here 6 and the n is 5 only. Yes, a value of I comes out to be 6. As soon as the value of I comes out to be 6, it will check I is less than equals to n. What is the value of I? 6. And value of n is 5. 6 is less than equals to 5. Condition false. As soon as the condition gets false, it comes out of the for loop. After this, we will execute this. If C equal to, what's the value of C here? The value of C is 2. Yes, 2 is equal to. The condition is true, so it will print yes. Had it been 3, then the condition would be if 3 equal to, condition false, and it would be printing no. This is how your entire for loop runs. Now let's have a quick run in the BlueJID just to show you officially that this method is correct. So there I compiled the program. No syntax error. It means we are doing the right way. Now let's make the object of this. As soon as I make the object of this, we will have to make the object, call the object, input the number. Let's say 5 only because we know 5 is a prime number. And let's see the output. Yes, it's 5. It's yes. So means 5 is the prime number. Now let's input another number that is not a prime number. 12 is not a prime number. Let's see. No, you can see it's no. Yes is for the previous 5 one and no is for 12. Okay, so this is how a for loop we will run and check whether the given number is a prime number or not. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, kindly go and subscribe to the channel and follow us on Instagram also. Please subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching Code Effectively.